Good evening, good morning, or whenever you see this video. So my name is Shayla, and for my assignment, I had to do three things. I had to discuss my motivations, my outline of my goals, and my self-confidence. So here is one of my motivators.
Hi, my name's Diani.
She is 8. I have another motivator who is 17. He's at work, thank God. I have another motivator who is 16, who is not my biological daughter, but I've been raising her since she was about 12 years old. So those three are my motivators, for one, to accomplish any and all of my goals, because when I had children, all my dreams and goals had to be put on hold so I can raise my children. So since two of them are semi-adults, I can now pursue my dreams of being accomplishing my goals. So, and my motivation also as well is to teach my kids that even though your life may not go in the path that you want it to go, it can still go in the direction that you would like it to go. It may just be a little later than expected. My mother always told me that anything worth having is worth working hard for. So I don't expect nothing to be handed to me. I rather work for it, so I appreciate it a lot more. Also, my outline of my goals would be to eventually become a trauma nurse, being that I am in the medical field now. I work on a trauma burn unit on one of our #1 prestigious hospitals, and I also work on a trauma PCU floor at another one of the hospitals here locally in Palm Bay. Medicine has been a part of my life since as long as I can remember. My mother is a nurse, my aunt is a nurse, my grandmother is a nurse. I have a cousin who's younger than me who also is a DON of a nursing home. So medicine has really been a field that I really, really enjoy. I also like it because it's amazing what the body can handle under stress and pressure, and how it can go back to not its original form, but how it can bounce back from certain traumatic events. I also, like I said previously, I have burn patients that I see a lot of, and it's amazing that these patients, have been burnt and they still are able to regain their life, after this traumatic event. So medicine has always been a big thing for me. I love science. Science classes were my most amazing classes that I loved. I loved all the labs and, so on and so on. The tests were a little, not too much, but I love science. So my first thing is to pass the TEAS test before the September 1st deadline for the nursing program here at Eastern Florida, as well as get into the nursing program for January. I'm kind of doing it a little backwards, I would say, some people would say, because I'm going to be an LPN first, and then I will go on to get my BSN, my RN BSN. I did it this way because of my children. I have, like I said, I have a 17-year-old that's going to be graduating soon, and I have a 16-year-old that's going to be a junior this year. So I didn't want to be so overwhelmed with the nursing program, the RN program, because that can be a very strenuous program. So I figured I'll start out there and then eventually lead up to my RN. My ultimate goal is to be a trauma or ER nurse. I like fast-paced environment. You hate to say it like that. I like the unexpected. The unexpected to me is like you have to think on your toes. It's not. I don't like a sit-down job. I don't think I could ever do one again. I used to do one a while ago until I got introduced to the medical field. To the hospital atmosphere. So I don't think I could do a sit-down job. I like the what if. Like, I don't like to go to work and know what to do. I like to go to work and be unexpected, or like the fast-paced things that happens in the hospital. Life itself can happen in an instant. You can be driving down the road one day and the next day you could be sitting in the hospital. So things happen very quickly. I also those would be my outlines. The next thing, my self-confidence, I think is beyond amazing. My mother and my grandmother instilled in me that a woman's confidence is her greatest not joy, but her greatest attribute. A man doesn't want a woman who is not self-confident or have low self-esteem. So I'm very confident. I'm I would say plus size woman. So, they taught me some things to be in that, you always smell very good, dress appropriately for your body type, as well as any other small things that women do. And I try to contribute all of those to my daughters as well, because they're girls, you know, and girls can be so, they can not diminish, but they can be bullied by their weight or how they look or how they talk or how their hair is. So I try to instill my girls that you don't have to impress anybody. Long as you love what you have on and you love your body type, that's all that really matters. Only person you need to impress is God above. And if God is happy with it and I'm happy with it, I'm okay with that. So my self-confidence is very, very good. And like I said, I try to instill that into both my girls as well as any people, person, or anybody that I come in contact with, that your self-confidence is your greatest asset. That's the first thing people see is your self-confidence. So I think that's about it. I don't want to go over too much, but thank you for listening and have a blessed day.